Hi, my name is Natalia Velasquez, and today we're going to talk about corruption. My teammates are Sofia Alejandra Morantes Gomez and Jose Ricardo Lozano Fernandez. Which is corruption is a social problematic because this problem is going on in local parts and also in global parts. Corruption is one of the biggest issues we have here in our world, and because we believe that this is a case that affects everyone. Here in local level in Monterrey, Mexico, Nuevo León, it's very usual to hear that there are many problems in the area of corruption in the governments. Corruption is a scourge. It represents a huge loss to the taxpayers and governments around the world, struggling to provide adequate services for their citizens. It is particularly damaging in developing countries where lost tax and revenues undermine efforts by governments to progress on the internationally agreed upon United Nations 2030 Sustainable Development Goals, as well as their national economic development priorities and emergencies like the COVID-19 pandemic.
Specification which professionals are involved in this problem. Some specific professions that have involved in corruption is any job with power. All government jobs, governments claim a right to control people, and that is the core of corruption. Respect for persons runs counter to government and corruption, which is the government opposes it. Many conflicts that have arisen in the relationship of the topic are the distribution of resources, weakening the economic and increasing the gap between the rich and the poor, wreckling the state income due to customs smuggling and tax fees evasion by means of fraud and manipulation. Also, corruption may facilitate criminal enterprises such as drug trafficking, money laundering, and human trafficking, though it's not restricted to this activity. Other conflicts that corruption has the effect in the interest of official could abuse his or her position for private gain, whereas corruption exists on official does abuse her position. Thus, while on a conflict of interest doesn't always lead to the corruption. Many codes that direct the limit of actions could be established coordination mechanisms between various bodies to combat corruption in the federation, the federative entities that manipulates or mayors of in Mexico City, establishing bases for the issuance of comprehensive public policies in the fight against corruption. Component generation of public policies on prevention, detection, and control, sanction, deterioration, and fight against corruption. And for last, regulate the organizations and operation of the national system in coordination committee and its secretarial, as well as establishing the basis of coordination between the members.
So mention initiatives that have been carried out as a public or private level to solve the problem. The Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, the Council or Europe Criminal Law Convention on Corruption, the UN Convention Against Corruption, and the OECD. Corruption consequences on people's dignity is that it negatively impacts the enjoyments of all human rights, political, economic, social, and cultural, as well as the right to development, which undercauses the indivisible and independent nature of human rights. The impact on the realization of human rights depends on the level of prevalence, the different forms and levels of corruption. Corruption can affect human rights as an obstacle to their realization in general and as a violation of human rights in specific cases. Corruption in the public and private spheres and it proceeds are not confined within national borders, nor it impacts on human rights. We as a group will take actions and take in consideration every situation of corruption in Mexico seriously, paying more attention to every situation and make something to change it.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.